What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another week's vlog. It's Life with Ron, with me being a retail skin therapist, working in Ulta, Sephora's, life with my pups, my hubby, me being vegan, and building my brand, Rhinestone Master Creations, designer luxury brand for my pups, available on Instagram and my website, rhinestonemc.com. It is now February 22nd, and I am on my way to go hiking with the girls today, China and Sparkle, to let them get a little bit of exercise, maybe get a little bit of content. Yeah, so that's how the day is starting. Today I thought about telling you guys, or I wondered if you guys ever think about when you have like a very foo-foo dog and you're trying to maintain, as they say, a certain aesthetic, that how much work you have to do before you even get ready to go out the door. Like, it is now 10:43. I started getting ready at 9 o'clock because before they go out, I have to check their hair. I had to trim the extra hair off of their feet, pick out the right outfit, because you know you want them to look cute when they go out. Whereas when you have just your regular everyday dog, you can just grab the stuff and go out the door. But yeah, so an hour for me to trim the excess hair around their eyes, check their nails, get the excess hair off their paws, all before they're ready to go out the door. And look at there. What you doing over there? You being nosy? They get super excited. They know exactly where they're getting ready to go and where we're getting ready to go. So we're on our way to Runyon Canyon. In the last clip, you saw the preview of putting our choker harness together for our next collection. Yeah, so let's get this day started. So we are getting our hike started off. It's nothing like having little fun things that brings a smile to people's face, like having my pups in their carriers. So little fun things when people are like, oh, it's just too much for the dogs. But again, you gotta carry them anyway. Might as well make it a little fashionable for them. So we're here starting off our hike at Runyon. Oh, it's nice to have a little PR moment. Our harnesses with the babes in them. Just got a little bit of attention out here. You know, everybody's out here walking their dogs. So I was able to make a connection with that. So it's a 2-for-1. A little promo and getting a little exposure at the same time. And this hike is not for the faint. Little promotion. Cool. Are you gonna be playing later? Oh, cool. Cool. What's your YouTube? Cosplay_piano. Cool. I put it on my blog too. Cool.
Are you gonna be? Say that you're
Yeah, so we go through all this kind of terrain, but of course, during this time, I'm carrying them in their carriers. Because the thing I want people to understand is my products are not just for cute little pictures, they're for you to use them in everyday life. You know, as a content creator, it's always nice when you run into people who understand what you're trying to do. I was trying to get a little bit of content of me walking with the dogs with the harnesses, the carriers, and these like 5 ladies came up and they were like, "Oh, can I get a picture of your dog?" I was like, "Sure, no problem. Would you mind recording a little content for me to try to so I could let everybody see like me walking with them?" And they were all down for it. So they all stood there. It was like 5 or 6 of them, and they recorded the little clip that you'll see in here of me kind of like walking past. I want to try to cut that up and make it into either like an Instagram reel or a short for YouTube. But it was really nice and refreshing that, you know, people were nice enough to do that. Well, it is now about an hour and a half later, and our hike is now over. Time to, I think I'm going to go to Trader Joe's, get something for brunch/dinner, and I might still get some coffee just to have a little, you know, feel like I'm having the morning. But hike is now done. Girls are laying down sleep because they're now tired. Kind of get some of that energy off, but on our way to go get some lunch/dinner and maybe some coffee from you know where, my favorite coffee spot. So we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going out here to Trader Joe's to get, like I said, lunch/breakfast/dinner, and I'm also got my pups on me to do a little shameless promotion in our Rhinestone carriers. So see if we can get some attention and promote brand awareness at the same time. So of course some people think, oh, this is being extra. This is me always trying to promote, always trying to keep my brand out there where people can see it. So it's the little things that happen behind the scenes, so when doors open up, people will understand that I put in the work to let people know about my brand. So let's head into Trader Joe's. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yep, adult and baby. Yeah, she's 9 and she's 9 months. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I actually have 3. I just have 2 with me. Thank you.
How you doing, man?
All right. Love sourdough bread, but I like a soft sourdough. Yeah, this right here. Oh, thank you.
Are they boys?
It's 2 girls. Two girls, yeah, but they're not related.
Same parents?
No, this is Shih Tzu Pekingese, and she's Shih Tzu Chihuahua and Poodle.
Oh.
So yeah, they're not the same. They look alike, but they're not the same.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Do need some more salt. Oh, excuse me. Well, it is now a few hours later. I had gotten all the way home, taken a shower and everything. And in my haste, when I got distracted in Trader Joe's by the little old lady telling me how much she thought the dogs were cute, I got the wrong ravioli. I got vegetable instead of vegan. So now I have to go all the way back to Trader Joe's, fight through all of the freaking parking just to exchange/return for the correct item.
Light finds its way through the blinds. The clock is moving, but I'm fine. Water running, mirror steam. Another day begins, but tuned fresh air fills the quiet space. A simple smile on my face. Nothing loud, nothing new. Just the same things pulling me through. I don't need to rush the time. This pace is working fine. Morning routine, little moments in between. Waking up, moving slow, letting the calm take control. Morning routine, nothing perfect, nothing clean. Just a rhythm soft and true. This is how I start with you. By the door, shoes untied, coffee warm, thoughts align. Every step feels clear and light, easing into daylight. No big plans, no heavy mood, just a gentle attitude. Morning routine, little moments in between. Waking up, moving slow, letting the calm take control. Morning routine, nothing perfect, nothing clean. Just a rhythm soft and true. This is how I start with you. Oh, oh. This is how I start with you. If the day runs out of line, I'll remember the small time, quiet starts and steady ways carry me through all my days. Morning routine, breathing in, feeling new, simple things, steady moves. Morning routine.
Finishing up a few touches on a extra small coat harness. Again, I heat bond everything on, so I don't use like a super glue or something like that, because I want to make sure that they last and that there's no toxic glue on them that can affect the skin of the pups. And then after that, hubby will, at the end, go in and add our logo onto it.
Many hours later.
Well, could only get a little mini workout in. This gym is so freaking packed, you can't get to any of the machines on your assisted treadmill. So try again tomorrow.
What's up, everybody? It is now Tuesday, February, I think it's the 24th. Lost track. And I am on my way to go hiking with my buddy Dior back there. He is outrageously excited about going. As you saw in the last clip, my little gym workout was a bust because it was so freaking busy in there that I couldn't get any kind of workout in. So go get a little cardio in this morning. I could have gone to the gym this morning to do the machines, but again, I forgot that Dior didn't go when I took China and Sparkle out, so it's just me and him today. And if someone happens to wonder why I didn't just take him at the same time, 3 dogs at one time is a lot. And at the same time, anytime they go out and they're on an adventure like that, I have to give them a bath. So 3 dogs, 3 baths, that's a lot of work. So that's why I've started to take them separately, unless, you know, it's been a long time and I only have like 1 day off in between. Then I'll bite the bullet and take all of them at one time. But I separate that so I don't make myself crazy. So we're on our way to Runyon to go hiking. Let's get this day started. those of you who are watching, I do have water for him. Just in case somebody goes, oh my God, you're not getting him in the water, you have him out there. He has water. And of course I have my poop pad. So I'm always being mindful of that, even though we're out here hiking. That's my good boy. All right, our little hike and photo shoot and content section is now over. If you guys would like to see more hiking content or more content with the dogs or something like that, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see more of so that I can keep you guys more engaged in the vlogs. So I want to know what you guys want to see. If you want to see more content with my with Rhinestone Master Creations, my brand, let me know what stuff you want to see more of. If you have questions about products, drop them down in the comments. I try to be as transparent as possible so that you guys can see what really happens on a day-to-day basis with my life and with my business. So also, if you have questions about my job, skincare, stuff like that, drop them down in the comments. I would appreciate it and love to hear from you. It boosts my engagement and lets YouTube know that people are actually looking at my content. So please, please leave a comment. Thanks.
It is 7:49 and I have overslept. I was supposed to be up at 6:20. Luckily, my boss called me. Let's get this day started. Like 10 times. I never oversleep. They just left us out. They started it and they've gone to everybody else but us. We don't count, I guess.
Oh, stop. I'm so excited to talk about this. I'm gonna put here. I don't know, but I'm just showing up late.
Look, I was on time. I got here before it started. It's a good thing it was right up the street.
Thank God.
So they started this training and nobody came over to our section. Wow. So welcome guys to Beekman 1802. We're called Beekman.
Wait, what store are you guys from? Come here. Oh yeah, okay. You guys are cool.
So we're gonna go through this.
9 minutes.
Oh.
So that's a better one.
I could do the whole freaking brand in 9 minutes. But we're called Beekman 1802 because our goat farm where we get our goat milk from was founded in 1802. So that's why it's called Beekman 1802. And everything is formulated with compounds from goat's milk and enzymes. The thing I want to introduce you guys to first is our core items here, and then if we have enough time, I'll tell you about the other items. So I'm going to go in order. If you didn't know, our milkshake spray is your #1 hydrating toner in Ulta. So contrary to a lot of other brands that are very popular social media wise in terms of dollar wise for Ulta, this is your #1 hydrating toner. If you didn't know, this uses what's called biphase technology. So this is squalene, which is a plant-based oil that locks and seals in moisture. This is hyaluronic. It is mugwort, and it is also turmeric as well. So it's also anti-inflammatory. Of course, they call it milkshake because you shake it, you spray it onto it. So are you guys already familiar with this? So it can be used 2 different ways. It can be used as your calming and soothing hydrating spray, but it also can be used as a setting spray. Now, the difference I always tell people is this is your smoothing setting spray. Like if you put your makeup on and it looks like it's cakey, it's designed to soften out your makeup. They actually had a review not too long ago that they actually compared it to the setting spray with Urban Decay. So it tied with Urban Decay for setting spray. Now, if you're using it as a toner, you want to spray it directly on. If you're using it as a setting spray, just let it cascade onto it. So what I would tell people is use your regular setting spray to lock and seal in, and then use our setting spray to soften it down. So it's a dual product. So that's that. This, if you have not tried this, I have had three other vendors that I was like, you've got to try this cleanser. This is the only cleanser, as far as I know, that you have in the store in your prestige area that is a 2-part cleanser. It is your micellar water and it is your regular cleanser. So for those, I like the double cleanse. This is your double cleanse in one. It does what they call a froth technology. So frothing means it's going to mimic foaming without actually foaming onto your skin. Speaking of that, we are one of the few brands that when you have people come in and they have that Yucca app, everything in our brand, except 2 items, come up completely clean and you don't carry those items in your store. So you got that person, I need something from the Yucca app, boom, we got you covered. So when you use the Yucca app, we come up between 80 to 100 on the Yucca app. So this one uses a micellar water. It also has the goat's milk into it, but it also has golden sea moss. So if you have any people who are really into clean, we know that sea moss replenishes 92 essential minerals into your skin that you can't take from like a regular supplement, because people also use sea moss for your hair as well. Also infused with the goat's milk. So you have that person who's super sensitive. If you didn't know, goat's milk is very similar to how when you have some brands that use like a lot of colloidal oatmeal and stuff like that for calming and soothing. That's the same kind of properties you get when you have goat's milk.
So do you have eczema?
Yes. It started off actually as an eczema brand. The thing that made it go viral years ago was they actually, when they had the goat's farm, they sent the goat's milk soap to Martha Stewart. And Martha Stewart tried it and they didn't know. And she started talking about it on her show and it blew up from that. So we actually started off as a body brand first, and we have the goat's milk soap. And we still have it. It's going to be in your kit that's going to live, now that the Dawn is updated, it's going to live in the kit. So the kit, that's $26. It's an amazing deal. Comes with the goat's milk soap. It comes with our body butter, and it also comes with a full-size hand cream. So when you have people go, oh my God, I'm looking for a great hand cream, we have a hand cream. It's in there. So you get the hand cream. They don't have it. They have the hand cream that's in there. So you get all 3 of those items for $26. Whereas in terms of value, most of your hand creams are $26. Ours comes with a full-size hand cream, a deluxe size of our body butter, and it also comes with the goat's milk soap, which lasts a really long time. So that's going to be that one day.
And just speaking to his point, so 99% of our products have goat milk. So goat milk, just each drop of goat milk carries the So as a brand, we like to say we started with a quite, active practice. So we're very huge with like giving back and doing kind things. But then we also are the sensitive skin expert. So anytime you have someone that says, I'm sensitive, I'm sensitized, we have great technology, but we are a better brand. Because goat milk is any other milk that has the same clean columns as so when you put goat milk into a product, it's able to absorb the skin. And therefore our products are able to penetrate. We are one of the only products, actually the only brand, that's completely microbiome certified in Ulta. Meaning it's not going to stretch your skin.
Yeah, so when you talk about microbiome, it means it's designed not to mess up the natural pH levels of your skin. So when they go, oh my God, I'm sensitive. Well, this is designed not to mess up the microbiome of your skin. They go, oh, what's your microbiome? Whenever you have an allergic reaction or your skin is having a breakout or you having acne, the microbiome is thrown off. So you have so many people talking about barrier and stuff like that. It's designed to rebalance out the barrier of your skin. So we're designed not to mess up the microbiome of your skin. Now, what I want to introduce you to next is going to be the new bomb product, which is the Milk RX product, the Milk RX line. So, if you didn't know, we have a proprietary ingredient called Rexazone. So, Rexazone, I love this, is 3 products in one. So, the Rec and Rexazone is because we have our own proprietary version of retinol that's 4 times stronger than regular retinol. But remember, I just told you, all of our stuff is designed not to mess up the microbiome of your skin. So for somebody who's very sensitive, they can still use it. The Ek in exosome is the exosome technology. And people go, what's the exosome technology? You know how everybody's talking about the whole salmon sperm thing and microneedling? So the exosome is designed to make your skin produce its own collagen. So in a world where everybody's like collagen, 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 I always tell people, remember, your skin cannot absorb collagen. So when you're spending all this money on a collagen cream, you're not actually getting collagen. What happens is when people are, well, why do they put collagen in a cream? What collagen does is it acts as a humectant, which means it makes your skin hold a little bit more moisture, but you're not getting that actual collagen into your skin. Well, the exosome makes your skin produce its own collagen. This also has its own version of vitamin C into it that comes from a plum. So you're getting something that's going to work on fine lines. You're getting something that's going to work on plumping with collagen. And you're also getting something that's working on hyperpigmentation and dark spots all in one. And the other super cute thing is we are the only eye cream in the store that is 2 eye creams in one. It is 2 eye creams in one. So when you open this up, the bottom side is going to be for your hydration, smoothing, and retexturing and hyperpigmentation. The top side is going to be for the top of your lid. With the stainless steel ball, I'm sure everybody's seen the stainless steel ball. What makes this unique when you use this stainless steel ball is actually designed to mimic microcurrent technology. So when you have people like the new facial, they want like that facelift. I put this sucker on my eye. When I tell you, for like an hour and 20 minutes, it felt like somebody was doing like this with my eye. I was like, that's kind of freaky. So it does lift onto it, but it's designed to softly lift instantly. You usually will see the difference in about 20 minutes. It's not like the PTR one that dries it up into this. This is to soft lift, and it does not leave any like white cast or anything like that. So it's great for a hooded eyelid. Now, you can layer this. You can do the gel and then do the cream on top of this, but you cannot put the cream on the top of the lid. The cream is not designed for the top of the lid. The other great thing about it is you want to tap into it just lightly. It picks it up. Let me speed it up. So the next thing is going to be the serum. The serum is basically the same thing as this, but in a serum. So, and these right here, this is visible results within using 3 uses a day, just so you know that. This is going to be the face cream today. The unique thing about this is they put an extra polypeptide in this. This is a face and a neck cream. So for people who buy creams and they have to buy a separate face and neck, this is both of them as well. This magnesium spray. So the magnesium spray is really unique. It's different from this because you do not shake this up. This is designed for somebody who's super red, super sensitive, but this actually calms the skin. So a lot of times when you buy a lot of products, they camouflage it like a color corrector. So whenever you get upset or you get or your skin is inflamed, your cortisol levels go up. So the magnesium spray is designed to lower the cortisol levels into your skin. It has an ingredient called heart leaf. Heart leaf goes into the bloodstream and lowers your cortisol level. It is also gel, aloe vera based, and it also has turmeric. So it's calming and soothing and anti-inflammatory. Omega milk. So infused with vitamin C probiotics. I always tell people, think of this as like your kombucha for your face. For somebody that's super dry. The first thing about it is because it's a fermented goat's milk oil, it goes directly into your skin. It doesn't sit on the surface of your skin. So you can layer that. So if you have somebody who wants like that glass skin look, you'll do the spray, do the omega milk, and then you can use the bloom. What store are you guys from?
West Hollywood. All your brands.
Thank you so much. Ooh, this is going fast. We started the other one late, so that's why we're behind, because I can talk.
All right, let's go.
Let me go ahead and introduce you guys. If you don't know about Beekman, it's called Beekman 1802 because our goat's milk farm, where we get our goat's milk. I know. So, 1802 because our farm that we get our goat's milk was founded in 1802. And we are, even though we use goat's milk, if you have any PETA people, we are actually endorsed by PETA, so we get our stuff. It's ethically sourced.
And this is a...
So these are some of the brands that were here today for the training. So we had Peach and Lily. We also had Sunday Riley, Polite Society over there. And these are the... You didn't even come over to my area. What is... So these are all the team members from different stores around the area that we got to train today. So hopefully you got to get a little bit more information about the brands and see me in my element and what I get to do tied into my job. But yeah, we even had people here from like the district. So like the district manager was one of the people that was here while I was doing the trainings.
Many hours later.
What's up, everybody? It is now about an hour and a half later, and now it is time to go do the other part of my job, which is to generate sales. So I'm actually going to one of the stores that was at the mini training this morning. I'm going to Sherman Oaks, Ulta. So I'm going there, but I am going there for a brand called Tula, which you've seen that one in there. So Tula First Aid Beauty and Pharmacy. So I'm going over to that store there. I'll be there for about 5 hours. And again, anybody who's there who happened to not be at the training this morning, I will also try to train those team members as well as generate sales. So if anything fun and interesting happens, I'll vlog it. If not, time to go in and make this money.
Many hours later.
So I thought I'd show you guys my pups' dog food, because I always talk about them eating very clean, and if you didn't know, my dogs are vegan, so they've never had any animal byproducts or meat or anything like that. So I thought I'd show you what I get for them. I ordered from this company called Wild Earth. So this is the brand here, Wild Earth. And this is a 18-pound bag. These are the ingredients for it. This is not yet, not sponsored by Wild Earth, but I've been using this for years, ever since China and Dior were puppies. They are 9 years old right now. So I just wanted to show you that. And this 18-pound bag for Dior, which is 12 pounds, and China, that is 11 pounds, and Sparkle is 4.5 pounds, lasts me about a month and a half for 3 dogs. So just so you kind of know how long these particular things last. And I use the Shop app. And the cool thing about the Shop app is if I haven't run out of the products, they actually send me an email right before they get ready to ship the item. So if I still have plenty of left, I can actually move the auto ship date, and then they only charge me on the date that they tell me that they're going to do it, which I enjoy, because it's nothing worse when you have these auto ship dates and they start just shipping at any other time and you haven't run out of it. So the cool thing about that is they ship it when they say they're going to ship it. And I did the subscription through Amazon, but then they also ship it. I went through the Wild Earth store that's on Amazon, so I get it a little bit faster than shipping it directly from Wild Earth. And I pay, with tax and everything, I pay $101 every month and a half to feed 3 dogs. So you figure out for you if that works well. But again, you see my dogs are very active. They've had no health issues or anything like that, except for when I took them off of this one and I just went on straight raw food. They start getting a little bit of joint pain, but as soon as I put them back on this, all of that went away. So just a little point of reference, if you're looking for a really good, clean dog food without all of the extra fillers in it, check out the Wild Earth brand. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, February 26th, and we are starting our day off by going to what? Get some coffee. In the last clip, you guys saw I was doing a training at an Ulta, and that particular training is called a round robin, where again, I was late yesterday, so I didn't get to explain to you guys what that was. So a round robin is kind of like, if you think about it, like speed dating. So it's about 6 or 7 different brands that are there, and you have about 9 minutes to pick bullet points on your key items that you want a store to learn about and focus on. So you have 9 minutes to get out all the information about a product, and then say it in an impactful way that when you're gone, they remember it. And they also get like a gratis, or what we call a free gift, that is associated with that. So when they are showing customers, they've also tried the product as well. So that's why if you saw in the video, I was talking very fast and I was like, oh, this is going fast. You literally have 9 minutes. And if somebody asks you a question in the middle of that, it throws it off. And then the next thing you know, it's time to rotate to another group. So it's called a round robin. And I was trying to get through that and get the information out. And in between that, my boss had her bullet points that she wanted to say about it. And she has a tendency to talk in slow motion. And when we're in a speed moving thing, that now it's not the time to talk in slow motion. You need to get it in and get it out, hit those bullet points. So when you have a round robin, it's speedy, you're giving the information, and you also have to excite them about it when you're talking about the product. So that's the kind of training that we did yesterday, which is totally different from when you have like a closed setting where you can really dive into it. But whenever there's a round robin, you got 9 minutes to get it out, and then they're on to the next brand. So that was yesterday, and now we're on our way to get coffee. Forget the whole when I got cussed out for wow, and again, I wasn't even associated with wow. But I was blamed for it. And even when I said it wasn't me, don't lie, I know it was you. Okay. And I guess that's the thing that's different, you know, of course, as you say, people say, you don't understand, you're not a parent. No, I'm not a parent. Kids will disrespect and treat parents like shit. And as a parent, parents forgive and they say, oh, they just have that moment and all that. And that's wonderful. But because I'm not a parent, I don't forgive, I don't forget, and I'm damn sure not going to ever get over it.
Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be, yeah. Are you gonna be? 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 Well, still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna?
What's up, everybody? It is a few hours later and it's time to what? Head to work. Today I'm working at a Sephora again in the Ritzy Mall. So what does that mean? Gotta swing by Zara to see if there's something cute that I can pick up. So I'm on my way to work and swinging by Zara to see if I can find something else to add to my collection. What's up, everybody? It is Saturday, February 28th, the last day of the month and the last day of this vlog. I just realized that my little intro for yesterday, which would have been Friday, I didn't save. So this is Friday and Saturday. Nothing happened yesterday. I went to work. I take that back. Something did happen yesterday. I always say one thing about living in LA, you never know who you're gonna run into. And who did I run into while I was at work? A very popular porn star. I was like, you know how you see somebody and you go, I know I've seen that person. So the guy's in the department or whatever, and I'm like, I think I follow you on Instagram. And he says, I'm sure you do. And I'm like, wait a minute now. He just sound real confident about the fact that he just knew I followed him. So you know how you start going through like the Rolodex in your mind. I'm like, wait a minute, let me figure out if this is how I know this person, if I really follow this person. And all of a sudden it hits me and I go, and literally when I go, I look at him and he goes, The strange part or the funny part is when you think about like TV or video, whatever, in your mind you envision somebody one way. Of course, seeing him that way. But I could have sworn that he was at least like 6'5", 6'2". He's as short as me, 5'6". If I can find a picture, because I don't know his name. I've just seen him for years. I have no idea. I'm not that much of an avid connoisseur of that type of content. But if I can find a picture of who I'm talking about, I will insert it. It's not the popular bald-headed guy that you see, but it's the guy who has the long black dreads, and it's not kept secret. It's another guy. Like I said, if I can find who he is, I'll insert into it. But so that was the most eventful part about yesterday. And people were like, you didn't get a picture with him? I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I feel like that's very touristy. So like when I see like celebrities or something like that in stores, I very, very rarely will ask for a picture. I'll speak to them and acknowledge them and say, you know, like, I enjoy your work or something like that. But I don't really ask for a picture because I feel like if they're out and about and stuff, you know, people are always like in their business and are very intrusive. So I try to give people their space and not draw attention to them. But now it's time to head to work. Another day at Ulta. If something interesting happens, I'll let you know. If not, the next clip will be a recap of this week. Let's get this day started.
Many hours later.
Whew. And just like that, we have come to the end of another week's vlog. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Whichever order you want to do that in would be greatly appreciated. Tell a friend, tell a cousin. If you enjoyed this content, if you got a little bit more insight into what I do when it comes to retail and what I do inside of stores and kind of like my background of what I do. If you have any questions or whatever, drop them down in the comments and let me know. If you have questions about particular products, I'd be more than happy to give you my feedback on that. And I could not find any usable picture that I could use to show you who that person was. Although I couldn't find them either. Like I said, I don't know what their name is, so I can't I couldn't type in their name and look it up because I didn't know their name. I just know the face, if you know what I mean. So yeah. So yeah, that's it for this week. I have another corporate event that I'll be doing with my boss on next week. We'll actually be going to Oxnard, California. So I'll get some footage from that event. Again, that'll be one that we'll be in selling for a corporate event. And as things unfold, I will let you know. My shoes that I got from Zara, they told me they would be here Tuesday. Now I just got an email saying that they'll be in on Friday. So we'll see. But whenever they come in, I'll do like an unboxing and show you those. Should I start doing, I'm trying to decide in this whole like influencer thing. I know I saw some people who I follow or some of the content creators, which mostly I love the women content creators. To me, they just have a little bit more flair and they don't look so freaking boring. I've looked at a lot of guys like fashion that are like around my age. The fashion, they look like somebody's granddaddy. Now the younger guys, they're kind of doing it up. Wisdom is my favorite because he's like outside of the box and he's not like a basic cardigan person. But they say like if you want to do more fashion content and you don't have a lot of time, that you should do what they call batch shooting, which is like you take one day and you do a photo shoot or whatever of stuff that you're going to post, and you do it for the entire week on that one day. And I'm wondering if you guys would be interested in that, because like I said, I'm trying to get a little bit more into fashion content and creating more stuff like that so I can attract brands for that. But yeah, that's the end of this vlog. Please leave a comment below, share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next vlog.